Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Well, let's talk about Hand and Stone too. I think it's always interesting. I've noticed this trend. It's obviously not true 100% of the time. You're one of like what I would call, to me, an exception where a lot of, at least in the franchise realm, there's like the food operators where most of them just want to stick in restaurants. Like, you know, they're in Papa John's and maybe they want to go into like Burger King or just, you know, some non-competitive but adjacent concept. And then there's other franchise owners who they don't start in food and they are totally fine going into any industry. You know, they can own an Orange Theory and then, I don't know, maybe a massage parlor or a laundromat, you know, anything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're just in it for the franchise itself. So, what was that decision like to get into hair?
Yeah. So, you know, I was a client for a couple of years, always been active, and loved massages and just never really had a place that was, middle market, reasonably priced to get a massage. The Hand and Stone got a gift card, I think, for Christmas or something. And went in, was a client for a couple of years. My wife was, and, behind every good man's a better woman. My wife said to me at some point, this might be a good business to get in. And, I love the food business. I love everything about it. I work really well with guys and, it just, everything about it was my wheelhouse. But I have to tell you, after 25 years in that business, as a franchise owner, I was really done with food for the most part. The margins are just so tough.
Yeah.
And, there's so many things, just headwind challenges. I think especially on the people side of it, kids don't want to work in QSR anymore. They don't want to work the hours in restaurants, and I just, I never will claim to be the smartest guy in a room, that's for sure. But, instinctively, I just, felt like I had to diversify and go to something else. And so when my wife suggested it, I started doing my due diligence, looked at Massage Envy, looked at Hand and Stone, and just felt like clearly from every box, the leadership team, the franchisor, the aesthetic side of the business, again, had a little bit of an instinct that might be a differentiator, but not realizing how much of a game changer that would be down the road, because it's become 40% of our business now and it's just growing by leaps and bounds, this beauty and wellness stuff. People just, so started out with a development agreement with them, and just love the business, love everything about it. And just, it's been great.
That's amazing.